Hey, what's up, y'all? Whew. It's your man Rico. Just chilling on this very warm Sunday. I wanted to catch y'all before y'all start watching the little nasty BET Awards. Y'all know it's gonna be trifling. So, well, you can just catch the feedback, the playback on this. If you wonder what I'm eating, it's my favorite chips. And I'm trying to do better. Muchos, it comes in that orange bag. It used to be $1.99. No, in the grocery store, right there between the chili cheese Fritos and stuff. And then, yeah, and all in the Lay's. They're like an orange bag. It kind of stand out. But yeah, Muchos. I love them. So. And also doing a little early summer cleaning of my spot. A little feng shui in the room. Do some stuff away. Pull a lot of stuff away. So I decided before, because I'm going to work out, or probably at 7:30. So yeah, still trying to stay in shape, y'all. When you get a certain age, you have to make a deal with Father Time and be kind to Mother Nature. You have to meet them both halfway. You know, it really starts when you get in your 40s. But I'm over 50, so I'll be out there doing the running. I'll be doing the push-ups. And, you know, when the sun goes down a little bit, around 7:30, I think, yeah. Boom. But please share this live, because I'll be talking about stuff. And I know if you've seen the title, you know I'm talking about a plethora of things. Trust me, this will be way more interesting than that devilment and savagery that's going on at the Bestiality Awards or BET Awards. But they ain't talking about shit. Anyway, oh yeah, I wasn't gonna cuss on this Sunday. Get some more water. I'll tell you, those things, I thought they had less salt than the rest of the chips, but they got quite a bit of salt because it keeps my mouth parched. Okay, let's get to it. All right, y'all can come on in as you please, at your leisure. But I just kind of want to go over some stuff because y'all know, in order to be in tune with what's going on, you have to get in tune, right? So a lot of stuff is going on this week, and I'm not into sports like that. You know, as a long-time social worker, I'm into behavior. I observe behaviors. And when I was young, I did a lot of critique of, you know, white people's behaviors and all that. But after a while, you learn that's who they are. A lot of them, you know, don't want to categorize anybody too much. But, and having understood the research of our scholars, like, you know, Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Naeem Akbar, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and Brother Neely Fuller, and Dr. Julia Hare, Dr. Amos Wilson, and, you know, the scholars. And you start off with Brother Dr. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro, and just kind of go around. There's some books out. There's a book out there to be great for your kids called Lies That My Teacher Told Me. There's so much information out there for us to learn. But if something happened around 1999, right after 96, 97, I think we stopped reading. And so a lot of this behavior that we're exhibiting in this society is kind of it's Dr. Claude Anderson refers to it as inappropriate behavior, and so I'm just going to talk about a lot of our inappropriate behavior, if that's all right. And so I have quite a few topics, so pick one. This week, Bronny James, the son of a legendary, and some people view him as iconic basketball player, started with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They went on to leave Cleveland and go and have even more success with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's become like the man. He's the staple with the Los Angeles Lakers. And some of you know LeBron James, when he's fooling around that Black Lives Matter, BLM, and all of this stuff. He has his little school out there, I think somewhere in Cleveland, but latest reports have come out that the kids cannot pass reading proficiency exams. So damn, LeBron, you must just put your name on that. So, but anyway, people are upset. And there were people upset on the white side and on the black side of Bronny James being selected for the LA Lakers so soon. I think he's only attended like 1 year of college, or maybe 2 years of college at USC. And people were actually upset with LeBron James, using his wherewithal, his popularity, his power, as people like to say, to get his son on the team. I was like, my thing is, what's the problem? I thought it was every father's mission, or every father's duty, is to help his children. I think, isn't that the goal of fathers, to pave a way for their children? You don't set up obstacles in your children's way, do you? Who does that? And white fathers and Asian fathers, those fathers been setting things up for their sons and daughters for centuries. So doesn't it make sense that whatever field of work you're in, you try to pave a way or make a way for your child? So I didn't understand the criticisms, except for maybe they have personal issues with LeBron. But far as looking at it in an ordinary sense, he did the right thing. What he's supposed to do. He was supposed to clear the path for his son to come into what may consider the family business. That's playing basketball for the National Basketball Association, or the NBA. Did y'all know the owner of the Lakers passed his team on to his daughter? What's her name? Polinsky? They're upset with her too. I don't understand. It's like, what is it with black fathers that everybody seems to have a problem with? First, you say they're not there, which statistics have shown that black fathers are the most involved of all racial groups with their sons. And then you want to accuse him of nepotism. But nepotism is the way of the world. Even when we graduate from college, people have begun to say that it's not what you know, it's who you know. So if my father or my mother works at a university and I would like a job as the VP for Student Affairs, I don't give a damn if I just got my doctorate or I have a master's. If she can get me on, I'm going to take it. So, and they've been doing it forever. Y'all talk crazy about LeVar Ball and his sons. What is it about black fathers helping their sons, paving the way for their sons, or being cheerleaders for their sons that offends so many people? Then you have Deion Sanders and his sons. Y'all just hated on him for doing for his sons. So what is it? Somebody who who's upset with LeBron because he paved the way for his son to come through the path that he came to come through him to get in, to get on, to get put on. There are people whose families own convenience stores. They own all types of car lots. I was just watching a commercial. This white guy owns a construction company, but he has his little boy there with him in the commercials, letting us know that his little boy will be the one to take over the business, or he's already a part of the business. So I don't understand. I didn't understand these accusations of nepotism. That's why if I'm somewhere and my niece, nephews, I don't have any children, but if I had them, they'd come on in. No, you have to answer to no goddamn body. You're my child. So those of you who are just seriously hating on LeBron for what he did for his child need to go and see a psychiatrist and get a mental health assessment. Even a personality, because envy, I think, is in DSM-5. Extreme jealousy is in there, so that didn't make sense to me at all. But the part that what LeBron James did, now that pissed everybody off. That's when he made this inexperienced, non-coaching experience having. I said the same thing, so y'all can really understand what I'm talking about. He got this white boy on, his partner, to be the head coach of the Lakers. All right, now I understand it's about who you know, but goddamn, LeBron. You can find no other black dude, and there's plenty. And the internet has been throwing all their names out there. Plenty of African-American men. Hell, even white men that could serve as the coach of the LA Lakers. But LeBron, but I want to say this is nothing new with LeBron. It's come out that LeBron, he doesn't even appear on podcasts that are created and owned and hosted by black podcasters. He go to the white boys all day long. That's what they're saying. And I tend to believe him because LeBron James has always been a wishy-washy Negro male. I don't trust a lot of these so-called athletes because they try to stay where they know their bread is buttered. Even though he's worth about $250 million, he's still a boy. And he behaves as such. Because that was just, come on, man. LeBron, that was too obvious. And you know it. But you're going to pretend that you didn't have anything to do with it when everyone knows that you did. You personally picked him because they've coddled you and made you believe that you're powerful in the Lakers institution. But you're not very powerful anywhere else. Because, they want to keep their star player happy. And he generates a lot of money for them. So I get it. I get it, but I don't approve of it. It's stupid. It's sorry. It's just so Django Unchained. And I'm not talking about the Jamie Foxx character. Shout out to Samuel Jackson. But yeah, we have plenty of Negro male athletes just sell out all day long. But anyway, shout out to what he did for his son. And by the way, I don't see Bronny as being a powerhouse player. You know who y'all need to keep your eye on? Bryce. That dude is LeBron when he's a young man. Go check him out. Bryce is the one that's going to take the NBA by storm. He may or may not make it to the Lakers. I think by the time he gets there, LeBron will be gone. Because they just gave him, from what I understand, a $152 million contract for 3 years. So he's trying to earn that money. And good for him. Because I don't want nobody not to make the cash on the capitalism. Gotta give me some too, like everybody else. Oh, but anyway, I say, hey, those of you who, I need y'all to, if you want to send me a message somewhere and let me know why you upset with a man who's having his son. Okay, if you want to send me a message to say why you upset, if you are upset with him bringing this inexperienced guy on to coach the Lakers. Damn, all you gotta do is be white. And what it looks like, all you have to do is be white. And in the black community, we've always had this understanding that They can get a high school diploma, but we need to get a bachelor's and a master's degree. Even when they hire them, they're still going to get paid more than we do. Get paid more than us. As that's something we understand under the system of racism and white supremacy. Because racism is a system, not an attitude. Okay. Now I'm going to my next one because I just wanted to talk today. And by the way, I'm going to do these two quick things. I want to talk to my black folks who live in the suburbia. And, which, by the way, is pretty cool because I live in the suburb too. Kind of, sort of. No, I do. It's pretty cool out here. I don't think I have, the only thing I want to continue to say to you, and I'm not done with this topic, I'm just going to run it by you. I wrote an article, and by the way, I still write newsletters. I just type them up and I just save them on my desktop. You ever want to hear what I think about black suburbians? And I refer to those black people who live in the suburbs, and most likely you live in white suburbs, and most likely they're Republican suburbs. I wrote an article that says, Dear Black Suburbanites, stop sleeping Republican, but talking Democrat. And what I mean by that is you live in your beautiful Republican suburb, but you come to the hood and tell those black folks to vote Democrat. Because I guess you say, well, my registration is still in it. How's that helping them? How come you don't tell them to vote to vote for the people who have your community looking so beautiful? All your black kids go to these majority white schools. Yeah, in the suburbs go to these beautiful schools. You got all the stores, the malls, all the cleanness, and the crime is very low. A lot of y'all live on Republican representation. But then you go back to the ghetto where your grandma still lives, or your friends, your friends you went to high school with probably still live in the hood. You have them to vote Democrat. Don't y'all think that's rather disingenuous or two-faced or even sabotaging? You would think that you want those folks to come out of it the way you did, right? And you want them to experience what you experienced in your beautiful suburbs. Nah. And it's been my experience that blacks who come out of the hood or whatever, or blacks who live in white suburbs under Republican representation, it could be their mayor, it could be their congressman, their senator, or the county commissioner or the city council in their suburban town, city, could be mainly Republican represented. But then you go back to the ghetto, the hood, or the inner city, where you go out and you still get your nails done, or go get your hair cut, or go get some soul food, or get your groove on, like as if that's a way of giving back to the hood, your presence, instead of turning them on to which politics they need to be playing in, instead of the same old politics that keeps their ghetto the ghetto. Yeah, I find you guilty of being a two-faced, double-talking, backstabbing saboteur, black suburbanite. So, if you'd like a copy of that article, hey, the Cash App, $ Rico the Opinionist, or $ Rico Rivers. Hit your boat to $7, and I'll send you a copy of it. I also did another one. I wrote another one. I have quite a few. As a matter of fact, if y'all like 3 of them or 4 of them sent to you, email to you, just send your boy 10. I'll send you about 3 or 4 of them. What's your email address, by the way? If you want copies of newsletters that I've written, they got older dates on them. I just write them and I upload them to my desktop, and I'll be more than happy to forward them to you. If you'd like to know what I'm talking about or what I've written about in the past year or so, I just write stuff and I put it on my little newsletter. Hit your boy with the Cash App, $ Rico Rivers, RICO-RIVERS, or Rico the Opinionist. Same thing with PayPal. Hit your boy like $7 or $10. I got you. Include an email address, please. Those are 2 articles that if you'd like to hear my thoughts on black suburbanites, sleeping Republican but voting or talking Democrat. Next, I have, it's a JJ Red. Okay, let me mark these off. All right, Bronny, JJ Reddick. And the next one is, I just called it Trump Cannot Be Stopped. You know, y'all seen the debates, and also, for those of you still going back and forth about black jobs and making memes and thinking shit is funny, continue on. I think that's figured the best you can do. But if you'd like to know what I think about it, for those of you who are curious in my opinion about it, I will put the link to my YouTube channel because I did a whole YouTube channel on it. I made a whole video about it on my YouTube channel. Rico the Opinionist. When this video is over, you can go through, scroll, and I'll have the link to that, as well as a link that I saw this brother. I think he's a college professor. He broke it down really well. I liked what I was hearing in his video, so I subscribed to his channel. And I hope y'all subscribe to mine, because some stuff I have on my YouTube channel that I don't say on Facebook. So check out the link, and if you want to hear what I think about the black jobs comment that he made. But you know, I don't understand. Y'all have heard the term Trump derangement syndrome. Y'all have heard that, right? And it tends to be a real thing, because whenever you bring up Trump, black folks lose their goddamn minds. It's the most amazing thing to witness. You know, and then they start throwing out these accusations. They can be true or not true, but I just sit back and I just listen. I said, and then when they try to explain their derangement, it sounds really deranged. And they say the weirdest shit. It's not the people in the hood. It's these blacks with these degrees and these good jobs. It's those the ones who they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s. Oh, the old people are just ridiculous. They're already done for. But I just find it amazing. And what's so unfortunate about this Trump derangement syndrome, that so many blacks have been, I guess, hypnotized into falling for it. Shout out to MSNBC, shout out to CNN, ABC News, CBS, NBC. And when you mention his name, it kind of go nuts. So I just, as an independent, I just kind of sit back and watch, listen to both sides, including the independents, what they're talking about. But people just can't seem to get past Trump. I said, God damn, this is amazing. You can't, if you're black, and this is what I don't like. This is where I'm going, y'all. I don't like the fact that I'm supposed to hate Donald Trump because you do. As a black person, I don't like that. And then if you mention Donald Trump, when you mention Donald Trump, if you're not cussing him out or calling him a son of a bitch or a racist and fuck him, you know, if you're saying anything like, well, what's the problem? Oh, you must be a Trump supporter. He called you racist. He don't care about you. He don't care about, just start running their mouth. People just start running their mouths as if they want to whoop your ass because you don't have anything ugly to say about Donald Trump. And guess what? Donald Trump needs to have some ugly things said about him. But don't make the assumption because I'm black. And this, I'm using me as an example. But it's a lot of black people who are very silent on the topic because they don't want to, it's like this drama that comes. You know, you can be in a room full of black folks. They're talking about every topic they want to, every political candidate. But as soon as you're the person in that room that say, well, Trump. And if you're not saying fuck Trump and all that, they look at you like, well, wait a minute, he ain't black. We let this alien in here. And y'all need to stop that. People can have a difference of opinion about politics. Did y'all know that grown ass people with college degrees? Did y'all know that? Apparently not. And then you start labeling them Trump supporters as if that's gonna end their life or something. Like that's an insult. It's not a fucking insult. You ain't no but a Trump supporter. And what the fuck you gonna do about it? I'm just saying. That should be the response of every black person who attempts to have a civil and an intelligent conversation with a Trump hater that's black and a devout Democrat. We go through this shit every 4 years. Y'all attack black people who are not joining you in attacking Donald Trump. Then when the shit is over, How y'all make up? How do y'all apologize? Do y'all apologize for calling these people out their names? For separating yourself from them as if they had the plague or something? Are you that goddamn childish? I just want to know how y'all make up. I just want to know. How does it work? You can attack these people, their character, talked about their families. Talked about, they're just ridiculous. Just because they won't join you in the fuck Trump fest. That's insane. And then there are black people who almost made it to feel to be forced to sit silent in a room where everybody else get to talk about anything they want to about politics. As soon as you mention logical facts as relates to Trump, oh, fuck Trump, you must blah, 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 blah. It's insane. Stop doing that. Because neither candidate gives a shit about you. But if someone who's black decides they want to, they're like, you know what? I'm not going to vote Democrat. That right there is a trigger for a lot of blacks. That is so stupid. Y'all gonna have to explain that shit one day. Are you really retarded? Are you on drugs? What the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody that's black does not have to, it's not a Democrat. And I know a lot of us just kind of keep silent about it because we don't feel like, I'm telling you, it really sucks the air out of the room if you dare to be black and you don't say that you are a Democrat. The black Democrats around you just start, they start grouping off like you all of a sudden became public enemy number one. What the fuck they do that at? And I don't like it. I think it's awful. I think behavior is infantile. But you know, I'm one of those that choose to stay out of it, you know, because it's stupid. And a lot of and black people, we sure find the wrong thing to be upset with each other about. My God. And like, and I watched the debate like everybody else, and all I heard out of Negro's mouth, Trump lying. He lying. He lying. I said, okay, prove it. Number two, how the hell is he lying? He the only one lying. He's the liar when there was two lying ass old white men in the debate. How is that possible? Did y'all watch the debate like I did? I watched all 44 minutes. And so how the hell y'all gonna say Trump doing the line when they got an old lying motherfucker right next to him? And I know those of you gonna hear this video, Rico defending Trump. No, I'm defending common sense. Damn. This is stupid. Black people, we go through this shit every 2 and 4 years. Election time, we just fall out. Like we don't have nothing else that we hold near and dear. Like politics is actually work for us. Yeah. Politics works for everybody else except for black folks. Works for Jews, works for homosexuals, it works for illegal immigrants, legal immigrants, it works for Asians, it works for Hispanic, it works for everybody except for us. All we get out of every Democratic politician is a song and this what's this bitch doing dancing at through a house party for a bunch of black college students. A DJ. We don't get them with songs and quotes. No policy, no money, but then we at each other's throats when some of us had enough of that shit. And the rest of you just you don't mind to have sweet nothings whispered in your ear as your community tends to continue to be taken down. And some of us say, well, but neither one don't do shit. Both of them do shit for immigrants. Both of them do shit for homosexuals. Both of them do shit for Ukraine, Israel, and everybody else except for American Negroes. Black women get a few crumbs. And they swear they powerful. Y'all not powerful. Y'all are just tools. Now, respectfully, I love you. But y'all are being used. And look at your empty household, no men there. With all them cheering. Look at you, a lot of you, 35 years old, can't find a man nowhere. But want one. You've been used as pawns. As tools in your own race. And you're too stubborn to see that you're celebrating your own demise. No, black men, we got passports, so y'all can stay here and deal with that shit if you want to. Y'all see what I'm saying? We don't know how to do politics. Politics and black people shouldn't be divisive. It should be a unifying thing. Meaning we all, like Dr. Claude Anderson keeps telling us, we should all get together and hold our votes and vote as a block for what works for us. Black people don't demand shit from Democrats. For those of you who asked the dumbass question, what you think Republicans gonna do? Why? Why should I think? Why? We don't vote at 94 to 97% for Republicans, so why should there be an expectation of anything from the goddamn Republican Party? Every time that question is posed, I do look upside your head like, you grown, you got children. You have a college degree, you are a business owner. And you ask that dumbass question? Let me tell y'all something. Let me give another easy example. Let's say I go to this store and in my neighborhood, and I always spend at least 20, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks every time I go there. And so much so that me and others have done the same thing to the point that they were able to buy themselves a new car, move to the suburbs, get a beautiful home, send their kids to nice schools. Okay, so that means I support them, correct? And then I go to their store, meaning, let me say this, meaning there's an expectation of some level of reciprocity, correct? Okay, now the store next door, I don't even walk on their parking lot. I don't spend no dollar, I don't spend no quarters or nickels there. So why would I ask them to do anything for my community and I don't even support them? That makes sense to y'all whenever you ask that stupid ass question, what do you think the Republicans gonna do? We don't support them, remember? They're the enemy, remember? So for the past 60 years, we've given all of our prayers, our pennies, our dollars, our votes to the Democratic Party and have yielded damn near zero results. A penance of reciprocity. And every year they say the same shit. They're going to take away your rights to vote. Oh, now they can't come up with nothing. They can't come up with shit. So they they can't come up with anything tangible that they've done for black people. Ask your favorite Democrat. Not even Joe Biden. Ask your favorite city council that's Democrat. Your mayor that's Democrat. Ask him. Because you know you voted for him in high numbers. Your congressperson. Ask them about something tangible. Can we get some money for reparations, or can we get some money for our neighborhood to build all these for institutes and can we get an amphitheater built outside the amphitheater built? Can we get some money can we get some money put in my neighborhood? Ask them for some money. I dare you. Ask your Democratic elected official for some money. And see what you get. You don't have to tell me I'm right. I know they're gonna talk to you like you're stupid. Because whenever that question is posed to a national Democrat that's running for office, they say, well, what is it that you've done for black people? They say the shit that don't even matter. Well, we're trying to make sure they get their diabetes medicine. Wait a minute. The health care, that's a national thing. Well, student loan debt. We erased some student loan debt. That was a national thing. That's for Americans. What specifically, Democrats, have y'all pushed for black people? The people who vote at 94 to 96% at every election. Then they start naming, let me see, where they go? Oh, healthcare, that's for everybody. Insulin, that's for old people. Don't know about what the fuck all young people need with that. And that's for Americans, not black people. You have to say black people. Don't let them fool you with this. Minority is BIPOC, black, indigenous, people of color. Don't let them fool with that dumb crap. Because they keep changing the narrative. You have to be specific. Say black people, foundational black Americans, black folks. That's what you have to do. I think y'all play games because y'all don't want to hear the answer. Y'all want people like me to be right. For people like Professor Black Truth or or Jason Black, the Black Authority, and others, TD Hip Hop, TD Media. You don't want people like us to be right. You know, and others who try to tell y'all about these damn Democratic Party. You know. And so, I don't know. Maybe y'all will grow up one day, mature politically one day. What you're supposed to do is leverage your vote that works for you. Stop voting emotionally, because it's never worked for us. You have to become strategic. Ask about the money. Reparations, block grants for entrepreneurial startups in the inner city where we live. You know, stuff like that. Money. You think they sent a promissory note or a promise to Ukraine? They sent billions of dollars. You think they send, best wishes to Israel? They send billions of your tax dollars. You think the immigrants are here living in Motel 6s? They're living in high-end hotels with your tax dollars. So I understand how y'all say, well, Obama was in there, but he couldn't do nothing because Republicans. Don't nobody block these Democrats when they're doing stuff for gays, Asians. They don't feel like they're blocked. As a matter of fact, if they about to get blocked, they fight. No, we have to give this money to the LGBT. No, we have to give them policy. No, we have to give the Asians this. Those same Democrats that you think they can't do nothing because Republicans, they be in there fighting their ass off for those other groups other than you. And you're too stupid to realize it. I'm just saying. So don't ask a black person who's tired of this shit why they're, number one, not voting. They may choose the couch in November, or they may go third party. And y'all love to insult people. Why you going third party? They ain't gonna win no way. Why the hell should you care? All they know is I'm done being made an ass of for a group, a party, a political party that is taking my vote and blown his nose with it when he's done. No, so people to move, they're leaving. Those of you who are staying in the Democratic Party, you're staying out of stubbornness. That's all. You ain't care about your kids. You don't care. And also, people who, they vote, they're going, they say they're not going to vote. And stop saying stupid shit like this. Well, if you don't vote, it's just a vote for Trump. That does not make any sense. When you don't vote, it means it's not a vote for anybody. Why y'all be coming up with shit? Don't nobody say this shit but black people. I ain't heard nobody white, Hispanic, Asian, gay, or nobody else say this shit. No immigrants. I ain't heard nobody say this but black folks. Y'all stop talking like that. Sound like slaves. I'm voting for a Republican. Yeah, they ain't done shit for you. Why you mess with them? Again, people are tired of throwing their votes away to a party that's never respected them. And if you're a heterosexual, masculine black man, what the hell are you doing voting Democrat? I want to know. What benefit does it have for you as a heterosexual, masculine black man to be voting Democratic Party? None of their policies. The only policies that they have is stuff when it's talking about criminal justice. That means incarcerating your ass or putting you on probation. Now, am I talking like the Republican Party is worth a damn? Of course not. For me, I would say look at it as uncharted territory. Have you ever gone and demanded something from them? You ever gone up there and say, hey, here's my vote. What can I get from you? Have you ever done that? Because y'all just, look, we've just given without even asking questions, given our vote to the Democratic Party without even asking questions. So go and shop your vote around. Republican, Independent, or the couch. That's how it works. But black people, don't attack other blacks because they decide not to vote like you anymore. So it's just time we're over it. I haven't voted Democrat since 2012. And I'm never voting Democrat again. Because once you mature in the political system and you understand what your issues are, and you start paying attention to the politicians, I realized, and I also said, I never vote for a Democratic woman anymore, ever. Because I realized that Democratic women, especially black men never come out of their mouths. Now, I've seen Democratic black men don't even talk about black men either. All they talking about is women, children, Ukraine, and immigrants, and LGBT. The women talking about women, children, women, LGBT, Ukraine, immigrants. Nobody mentions black boys or black men. At least when Trump talks about the group, he says black people. Others refer to as BIPOC, people of color, minorities, disadvantaged groups, and all that shit. All that means inclusive to everybody else, nothing specific to blacks. But y'all so busy being told to hate Trump. Trump ain't no different than any white man in this country that's a billionaire. He's just one of those with those egos that like, you don't give a damn what you think. And I think that might be his attraction to a lot of people. Yeah, women love Trump. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Women love Trump. Then women love men who would behave like Trump. Y'all come with all this shit, you know. Grab me the pussy. Let me tell y'all something. This is really quick. I don't want to give my video away, but let me tell y'all something. If to hear men talk like that, I said something wrong with you cats. I understand women, because women go back and forth. They try to pretend to be offended by everything, but on Friday nights they get their favorite drink in their body. They want you to grab them in their pussy. So and I remember, and see, I watch stuff before I listen to let somebody else give me a thought. I hear what you said, then I go find the video or I go find the transcript what was actually said before I respond. Because people just say stuff based on how they feel and how emotionally charged they are. So that whole grab him in the pussy thing was a whole interview. We'll go to the grab him in the coochie part. Billy Bush was interviewing him, and he was done interviewing him. Trump knew that the camera, the microphone was off, but Billy Bush tried to pull a fast one. No, Billy Bush is on extra. Billy Bush tried to pull a fast one. He didn't let Trump know that he did not turn the microphone off, so it was a hot mic still going. And Trump just started talking, being himself. You know how he said we talk when men are together and when we're in private, in a locker room, in the barbershop, we talking. Doesn't have to be in a filter when we're talking amongst ourselves as men, right? He said, oh yeah, oh, so many ladies. Oh, he's talking about one particular lady. She's so gorgeous. Oh, sometimes I want to grab her and kiss her. Oh, she's gorgeous. And let me tell you, man, when you're rich and you're famous, you have money. You said you're rich, you have fame, you have power. Women love you. Oh man, I'm telling you, they'll let you do anything. They'll let you grab them in the pussy. He's not lying. Ask every rock star from the beginning of rock stardom in the 40s, 50s. Ask every rapper, every NBA player, every R&B singer, every pop singer. Ask any preacher that's famous. Ask any man with money. They'll tell you the same thing that Trump said. They'll let you here. They'll grab your hand and place your hand on your pussy. So I didn't understand why guys were joining in on that Trump hate when it came to that. And knowing damn well that that's not the context which it was said, like he just grabbing chicks, grabbing. Come on, man. Why you think let me tell you, so why you think a lot of young boys in high school be trying to get a car? Just so they can ride their partners around? That's some of it, so they're trying to be cool. But they're trying to attract females in their school. Hope she'll get in the car and let them grab her in the cooch. If the car is nice enough, she will let you grab her in the cooch in the front seat. If not, after the movie in the back seat. So y'all stop pretending that y'all don't know this shit is real. Stop it. They do let you grab them in the punani. They do. So stop. Old bitches old chicks let you grab in that coochie too. Y'all ain't been in these little hole in the walls. Get full of that brown and gets down. So I'm just tired of the disingenuousness of it all. So I'm here to tell y'all the only way they're gonna beat Trump, they're already pulling games. They created a pandemic. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He was doing such a great job in his 4 years. Let's go back, and I'm going to close on this whole Trump thing, because I keep repeating myself, and I have to do it because I act like y'all don't hear the truth. Trump was not a politician when he ran. He was a billionaire guy full of arrogance and ego. So for anybody to expect him to present himself orally like a Barack Obama or a JFK or someone who's been in 3 years of Toastmasters learning how to give public speeches, you're disingenuous. Shut up. You know damn well that Trump is a CEO business guy. You're fired. Get it done. I don't want to hear it. No, y'all been around those aggressive kind of ego-driven boss type dudes. And that's what he is. He's an arrogant, ego-driven New Yorker who's a billionaire. And that's how they act. So when he got on the campaign trail, he was saying some of everything. Did I approve a lot of his rhetoric? Of course not. And so for anyone to assume that I did, you can go eat a fill in the blanks. Because it certainly it's not true. I was frankly entertained by a lot of the foolishness. But what I saw was a man who was gathering his voting base. Just like the Democratic side tried to gather their voting base. Just so happened, he went a little harder and he got his people. And he won the election. And it to the chagrin of the established, listen to me, the established Republicans and the established Democrats. Y'all don't understand. Well, yes, you do. I'm talking to you like you have some sense, even though a lot of times you act like you don't, a lot of us. Trump was an outsider of this system that's been screwing us for 150 years. They have it set such a way that they take turns letting each other get in. But here's this outsider. The last time there was an outsider like Trump who gave him pure hell, he didn't run as a Republican. He ran as an independent. His name was Ross Perot. Ross Perot had these people sick because he was a billionaire, plenty of money, plenty of commercial ads. They even let him in. They let him in some of the debates. Let me tell you, get the money to the people. I remember Ross Perot, a little bitty dude, and Ross Perot got quite a few votes. Took it from the Democrats, took some from the Republicans. Because people looking for that freshness of a third candidate that could really rally them, but they had to have the pizzazz and the personality to do it. And Ross Perot, man, had him shook. Y'all go read the history. Trump came in. It was saying what a lot of people were afraid to say. And he said it out loud. Oh my God, I can't believe it. What is he doing? He said this, he said that. So the news went to work. And so he got in, and he was not supposed to get in because they have the system already set up that people like him, if you didn't come through the ranks, how they groom you and vet you. You know, he was never a mayor. He was never a governor, a senator, a congress. He was nothing. He was a rich dude with plenty of money. And he was able to use his money to reach parts of America that the establishment on the Democratic and Republican side could not reach. And frankly, quite frankly, they didn't care to reach. Trump used his money to get people who the Republicans and the Democrats didn't give a shit about. He let them know, look, hey, what's up? Where y'all been? How come y'all sitting over there? Y'all gonna vote? Come on, my name is Donald. Oh, you know I am from the TV show and shit. And, you know, though you're in New York, y'all know who I am. And then he was saying stuff that went against what this established Republicans and established Democrats already knew. Like, look, we need to bring stuff back to America. We need to bring the money back here. Let the Americans get paid. And that resonated with a lot of folks. And how he did it, look, it's about every race. Trying to get your people out there. Get your people out. That's what he did. And he swept the shit out of them in those cities and states. He came through. So on day one of his winning, Democrat and the liberal and established Republicans went in sabotaging since day one. Even with them sabotaging, Trump did a damn good job as president. He did. Y'all don't want to admit it. I need anybody to tell me. We're talking politics. Damn his personality. He did a damn good job. The country was in great shape. Gas prices were low. Food prices were low. People were working. Everybody who wanted to work was working. The wages were there. They weren't perfect, but they were there. This motherfucker was running. Now, are y'all asking him if y'all gonna say, well, racism, and he brought out all those whites where he emboldened all those white supremacists. First of all, y'all weren't even talking about no damn white supremacy until Trump ran. People like me already understood the term white supremacy from the 90s. Shout out to Brother Neely Fuller. Shout out to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Shout out to Dr. John Henry Clark. Shout out to Elijah Muhammad. Shout out to Minister Farrakhan. We already talking about white supremacy. Then you so-called consciousness come lately, folks. White supremacy. He's a white supremacist. Oh, just shut up. They're called white supremacy bandwagoners. Y'all wasn't talking about because it was too black for y'all. Y'all too busy enjoying your lives. It was too black. White supremacy. It doesn't matter. No, be racist. Everybody ain't racist. Y'all know how y'all were talking. And then conscious blacks and blacks who sounded like me, college educated, but still was down for our people. Yeah, y'all. Then all of a sudden now, white supremacy enters the lexicon. Every Negro don't even know if there's a word that's together or a word that's separate. White supremacy. Get out of here. So they went to work to make sure that and even when he went across the world, those foreign leaders and dictators didn't play with him. They didn't play with him. And that it made America like, damn, shit, this country might kick somebody's ass. There were no wars or rumors of wars. Now, America doing what it's going to do, it continue. He didn't send anybody out to Africa to try to convince them that homosexuality was the way to go. He didn't even paint the White House rainbow. That pissed a lot of people off. Trump didn't acknowledge that foolishness. He just tried to get some money into people's pockets. And please spare me the shit that every president does. Well, he didn't let the billionaires, he didn't tax the billionaires. The damn Democrats don't tax the billionaires either. Because they want to become part of them. You got a Democratic candidate who runs for Congress with, let's say he got $500,000 in the bank. After 6 years or 8 years of being a congressman, he's worth $100 million? What you think the fuck he been doing? Or she's been doing? So y'all stop acting like Republicans are the only ones trying to get that money. But Democrats trying to get that money harder. But see, they're just like, they try to pretend that they like you and all that. Republicans like, it is what it is. We got this money. Y'all get you some. Don't be all in our goddamn wallets. And that's how it is. It's politics. We can't even handle the local. We're too busy worrying about the national. People getting this money, y'all. You need to learn how to get some of this money. Your politician is not your uncle. He's not your loved one. He's not the one who's supposed to make you smile. That's not the role of a politician. The politician is supposed to be the person to go out and get that money and resources and bring it back to your community. And Trump was going out and getting resources for this country. Did a good job. I have no complaints. Too good to be true. They couldn't stop him. He was headed to a second term because they couldn't put nobody up to beat him. So, and I'm saying, these motherfuckers, all of a sudden now, this thing called, the C word, C-19, and then the P word all of a sudden popped off. Two things that y'all will not get this man credit for. He told in the beginning, he said, shut the borders, shut them, because we just learned that it's coming from Wuhan. All y'all's local liberal leaders, black and white Democrat liberals. Oh my God, he's so xenophobic. He's xenophobic. And him and his people talked him down off of that. Told him not to do that. And boom. Number two, when you talk about immigration. Oh my God, they got people in cages at the border. Wait a minute. Y'all thought that started with him? Obama and Clinton had people in the cages because you know why? They were held in detention because you were not allowed to sneak over here against the law. It's against the law to cross the border. And so all of a sudden, they want to make sure that Trump was so villainized and vilified. He's separating families. They separate them then. And if you black, what the fuck you talking about separating families? You forgot slavery in this country for 400 years? Not only we separated, we sold off. So when I hear black people try to get in white folks' conversation, what are you doing, Negro? You're just trying to fit in. God damn. What are you trying to do? And so that's what. So he coming on through, and all of a sudden, they purposely ruined his last year. Okay, so we got to do something. We got to do something. This motherfucker, he gonna get a second term. He gonna be like, boom. So they create this bullshit. And then blame him for it. And he was still getting at it. Trying to get, even through the pandemic, trying to get the money. They were blocking it. And then he showed us what the fuck they was doing, why the checks weren't coming out. It had never been done in the history of a president showing the people exactly how they do things in Congress. Now, he had a stimulus package ready. He wanted to put $1,400, but the established Republicans said, "Nah, give him $700." Said, "No." He did to $1,200. Then they got down to $700. He thought he said more than that, like per month, give these people this or that. But the established Republicans and the hating-ass Democrats worked together to sabotage him because he was not part of their bullshit. He was not vetted or initiated into their foolishness. So they both worked together to shit on him. So they agreed on that little $1,200 at one time, that little $400. And then it took him a long time to send that second one at $400 because he showed it. Did y'all get it offline when he showed it? When he did an interview and he showed it? He put up the list of what they were doing. They had tacked on like 10 different items to that damn bill. They're supposed to be for us. $800,000 to teach women how to shoot in Saudi Arabia, or this for this institute in New York, or something. $1 million for here. He attached all that to that bill that's supposed to be for black people getting, the money for the pandemic. But y'all didn't see none of that, huh? I'm the only one who noticed all that shit. Then y'all want to sit here and regurgitate bullshit. He a racist. He's this. All right, let's go there. He wrote that letter about the Central 5. You mean a private citizen who put out an ad in the paper that said these are animals? Well, okay, great. Shame on you. He needs his ass kicked. Number 2. He didn't want black people living in his building. No, it wasn't. It was low-income people. There was Jews, there was white folks, it was everybody. He didn't want low-income people. So they make him a racist. They made him an elitist. Who give a shit about nobody. But see, they play on the emotions of black folks. We just ran with the hook, line, and sinker. And number 2, y'all saw the documentaries on the Central Park 5 or Central Park, whatever the name they're giving to them. And y'all forget about the parts where a couple of their parents told them to admit to something they didn't do. It was the damn prosecutors and the road cops that did them way worse than a goddamn ad saying that they need to be, put in prison and the death penalty or whatever. He was acting just like a lot of those horrible New Yorkers at the time. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you what I read. Y'all didn't see the same documentary? How come I saw all this shit? Because I pay attention to stuff. I don't go on emotion. I pay attention to stuff. Then, but it's so interesting about black Democrats. Y'all don't see none of the actual documented racism towards blacks of Joe Biden. You go on YouTube and hear him talking about the crime bill and refer to as predators. There's predators among us. And his thing on integration. I don't want my kids to go to a racial jungle. Then when they cheated him out, and then they cheated Trump out of the 2020 election. Because I know before I laid down, he had won the damn race. Then I woke up a couple hours later, all of a sudden, Biden declared the winner. He had swept the goddamn country. Biden wasn't even campaigning. He was doing COVID. He was sitting in a basement in his house. Trump was filling up stadiums. 40,000 people, 30 to 40 to 50,000 people in stadiums across the country during COVID. Okay. In 2050, the worst thing that's going to be going on is not just because of black people. Did you hear what he said? He said this to Roland Martin and all the so-called black boule, the black so-called Democratic shields and leaders of black voices or whatever. He told on a Zoom conference when they were trying to talk to him about policy or whatever, he said, well, you're going to have to talk to Hispanics. So those are the people who will outnumber you, and you need to learn to work with them. That's what he told those Negroes. And not one of them came out that meeting and criticized him. Charlemagne the God. Well, if you don't know to vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. I didn't hear Roland Martin. I didn't hear Joy Reid. I didn't hear Tiffany Cross-Eyes. I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear no Negro Democrat. I didn't even hear it in the public social media get on his ass about that racist comment. But somehow y'all can remember stuff that y'all accusations of Trump being racist. But Biden has actually said and put into law racist behavior towards black people. I'm not sticking up for Trump. I'm just laying out the bare facts and what I saw. So it's just amazing to see some of you just get so deranged whenever you hear his name. When we gonna grow up? I saw the videos of mothers getting mad at sons who were saying, I'm not voting. And y'all know that famous, infamous video. She cussed her, talked crazy to her son in the back seat, then put her mother on the phone. And grandmother talked crazy. Wouldn't even allow the son to have his own. I thought it was his right to vote. But the mama gonna bully him into voting for Biden. Just like a lot of you are doing it now. This man is clearly asleep at the wheel. We ain't gonna talk about that damn debate. Clearly. And so now, what a lot of us already talked about, now they're gonna scramble and try to get somebody to put in his place. And so, for those of you who just not thinking, or you just like La La Land until CNN tells you something. See, me and my little crew of folks always have these what I call ahead of time conversations in private. And because we pretty much pay attention. The goal of it here is that I don't think they're going to run Biden because all the Democratic Party is about is making history. The first black woman is, the first black woman is. Even you got the first black woman, BP, she ain't even black. You know what a black woman looks like? Ketanji Brown Jackson. That's a black woman, not a mulatto. No offense to my biracials and mulattoes, but that's not a black woman. But black women didn't say nothing about that either. And lets me know I can't take women seriously. Oh God. So, so anyway, I bet best of luck to him and whoever you vote for. Best of luck to your candidate on not only just in the presidential race, but in your state and local races. If y'all still vote Democrats, shame on you. It's got some independents that would actually like to. Some independents would actually like to be of service to you. I'm just saying. Democrat is not always where it's at. It hadn't been where it's at for 50, 60 years. Okay? Now, I want to stay on this Democratic thing here. How can you be a Christian? Today's Sunday. How can you be a Christian and be a Democrat? Rico, what do you mean? I know I'm not a Democrat for a lot of reasons. A lot of things I don't believe in, don't agree with, but I don't bother nobody, right? But a lot of y'all go to church. You say you believe in God and you believe in the Bible, but y'all have sit silently with a lot of the Democratic shenanigans. And y'all can correct me anytime you get ready. Now, I know it's easy to say that I'm a liar or I'm tripping, but I'm telling you what I see, or what I've observed. I don't hear Democratic blacks or Christian Democratic blacks say anything against these men dressing up as women and competing in girl sports. Y'all don't say a word about that. But isn't that trans or homosexuality something that's not tolerated in your Bible? And did God destroy a community? I know it was prostitution, whoring, and homosexuality, but he got rid of Gomorrah for that shit. But y'all don't say a word. Got men dressed up as women going into girls' bathrooms. Y'all don't say a word. Trans, you don't say a word. You don't say a word about them pushing trans reading rainbow evenings at the elementary schools. Y'all don't say a word about that, but y'all are Christian folks. What role does religion play in the guidance of character and morality? Oh, glory. What role does it play? Because when it comes to your politics, you let a lot of stuff slide. Trans foolishness, gay foolishness, and nothing. No, anyway, y'all let a lot of stuff slide. Y'all watch these shows that promote homosexuality. Yeah, All the Powers, Book 2, Black Mafia Family, or Thuggism and Gangsterism, and P Valley, y'all watch, or Down in the Valley. Someone told me that the name has been changed to Down in the Valley. Y'all watch all this stuff, and y'all are Christian people. So I don't understand how y'all are Christian and Democrats. Democrats promote a whole lot of things that I would think goes against the Bible or God. They're trying to push gender reassignment operations for 5-year-olds, for minors. They're pushing pronouns. I don't understand. How y'all the Christian folks, but y'all sit back silently while this devilment and sinning is going on. Oh, glory. How y'all do that? I'm just asking questions. Don't get mad at me. I'm telling y'all now, but one thing about it, let me go on the other side. Conservative people don't play that. Republican white women are the ones who are sticking up for girls. Republican, conservative white women and Candace Owens and Sonny Johnson. 2 black conservatives. But black women who are Democrats, y'all ain't sticking up for nothing except for yourselves as adults in the Democratic Party. All that stuff is weird. And y'all don't have, and the black Christian women are not standing up against these Democratic shenanigans. They're the ones that's pushing for immigrants to be brought over here and put in black neighborhoods. Y'all don't say nothing about it. Y'all don't say nothing about the trans movement. Y'all don't say nothing about the LGBT as a whole movement. Y'all don't say nothing about, changing your gender, medical, changing your gender. Y'all don't say anything about that. All y'all know is Trump is a racist. How can y'all know that, but y'all ignore the stuff that's actually hurting people? What y'all say about Trump is an accusation. Because can't nobody ever give me any tangibles. Oh, he a racist, he don't like your ass. Well, give me the tangibles. I can give you a lot of Biden tangibles. I give you a lot of Democratic tangibles. And give you some Republicans too. Well, what about redlining? Y'all don't think the Democrats participate in that sometimes? But yeah, but that redlining is, ooh, shit. I'm not saying Democratic people are, the Republicans are angels. They're not. They're horrible people. But there's some things, this is the point I'm making. There's something from each party that all of us can utilize. Third party, Republican Party, Democratic Party. As an independent, I can get something from each party. I'm not a slow person that I'm just loyal to one group like I'm a child. I shop my vote around. That's the point I'm making. Sometimes you might want to think about thinking or voting outside the box. How does that work? Being a Christian and a Democrat with all the shenanigans that they promote and push all day long. How does that work? I can see why you're not a Republican, because they do stuff to just push Republican. They say values, but they claim they're Christians. They do a lot of Christian. They talk a lot of Christian language, and they kind of back it up too. They don't play that real gender assignment foolishness. They don't push LGBT stuff. They don't do what else they don't do? They don't do none of all that weirdness that black Democrat Christians that sit back and just watch. I guess y'all gonna let the Lord handle it. That's it. Okay. NAACP Image Awards. NAACP is an organization. Let me tell y'all, go back down in history. in the NAACP. Do y'all remember when the NAACP was actually worth a damn in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s? When it was actually worth a damn. And they used to really fight for the character and the moral survival of, they call them then, the Negro American. But something has changed. I think the NAACP has become too Hollywood. Because back then, they were about the politics and really pushing the narrative like, you're not going to play in black people's faces. And if you're black, we're not going to let you play in our faces. Case in point. You know, black people volunteered to get in this Hollywood system back in the day. They volunteered. And so when they got in there, the Jewish white people that created Hollywood already had the black stereotypes rolling with the Buckwheats and the Stymies and the Farinas and then the Birth of a Nation thing that portrayed black men and black people eating watermelon while they're supposed to be in the House of Representatives, but they're sitting there, you know, it was basically white people in blackface. They're eating watermelon while they're supposed to be voting on laws, and they had them out there chasing white women, sexually being sexual brutes towards them. Oh, that was an awful movie. That fanned the flames of white prejudice and white stereotypes and white racism of the day in the early 1900s. But black people in the NAACP at that time, like, no, we're not going to let y'all do that. They kept their ass in court. No, you're not going to do this. And also, if you were a black person that thought you were going to be a clown and a buffoon in a movie, Pick Meet Martin, Steppin' Fetchin', and it goes on, Beulah and all that, they stayed on your ass. But right now, the NAACP actually gives image awards to people who portray roles as mammies, coons, and bucks, and gays and trans. Wow, how far they've fallen. What happened to the character and the moral fiber of the NAACP? Last year, there was a fruit fest at the NAACP. It was ridiculous. That award show, I haven't watched the award show in years. It's class, it's dignity out the window. Same thing with the BET Awards. I know we all love to go back to the 80s and the very early 90s when the BET Awards was about class. The black people there were classy. Right now, it is a complete demonic shit show. I don't watch none of that foolishness. And also, and it promotes the degradation of women. And last year, year before that, and this year, they're giving an award to whores. Whores, naked whores. They call them rappers and R&B singers. Y'all know, we ain't even trying. So how are we going to expect white folks to look at us like we're human beings when we not only perpetuate, but we reward animal behavior, savage behavior? And no, I'm not approved. But come on, y'all. NAACP Image Awards, BET, all our award shows, they just celebrate debauchery. Please don't bring up VH1 Awards, the Billboard Awards, the MTV. They always been about the bullshit and white folks. I'm not concerned about them. I'm talking about us. We pick and choose the wrong thing. We just pick and choose what we get mad about. People upset about Trump saying black jobs, but you ain't heard no this media backlash, social media backlash with these rappers calling black men and women niggas and bitches. I'll never get y'all. Never. Just like it wasn't no backlash when Trump said, if you don't know to vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. Well, I don't want to go send my child to a racial jungle. So I just can't, I don't know when to take us seriously. Now somebody's going to look at this video in part that's black, that's going to get upset about some things it said. Do what you need to do. As long as you hear me. And one last thing. So y'all been noticing how a lot of people have been renouncing and denouncing the fraternities and sororities. A lot of the sororities, man, I haven't seen anybody come out and denounce a fraternity yet. All I'm going to say about that right now is, I just want to respond to this comment that the black Greeks who were upset about it. when they made this statement. Well, they pledged in private. They need to renounce in private. They don't have to do shit. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody how they want to get out of something? That's that ego and arrogance that piss people off. Number two, Delta Sigma Theta said they're going to try to start suing people. I would love to see that so they can drag y'all ass even further. What is happening is the work of the scholars is coming through and people are getting more information. And now these people are announcing and renouncing or denouncing and renouncing the membership to the Divine Nine because of religious reasons. Brother Steve Coakley, let me throw that name out there. Rest in power, brother. He spent 35 years, 40 years of his life before he passed away talking about the true purpose of the Boule, the Black Greek letter, so the Boule, Skull and Bones, and Black Greek letter organizations, their true agenda and purpose in this country, and most importantly, the black community. But really much, no, the Skull and Bones is a different thing. It's a little bigger than that. But as far as what's right in us, the Boule and Black Greeks, read the work of Steve Coakley. He breaks it all down. I'm not going to spend an hour or so breaking down, but Steve Coakley hours. So I'm just sitting back watching the works of Steve Coakley finally reaching the people. Because he went around from country to country. Country to city to city, state to state, city to city. I got to see him live in Memphis, Tennessee when he was brought to our city to have a lecture on that. And I also watched a lot of his videos over the years before he passed away. I got to see him at the National African American Student Leadership Conference that was very popular at Rust College there in Holly Springs, Mississippi. He came there quite a bit. And he was letting us know, trying to warn us, tell us who these groups of blacks are. You know, the Jack and Jill blacks, the Lynx blacks, the Boule blacks. He educate us on the Boule charters across the country, and the charter members, and he talks about the true agenda of the Black Greeks and who they are. And so for his work to finally be coming into fruition, shout out. I guess better late than never. And so I know a lot of black fraternity people, they got some smart mouths. They're very arrogant, as if no one can go and find out who they are and then let them know who they are. And so they believe there's something so deep. No, it isn't. Because I read up on the stuff years ago, but I'm not going to go there. And this is not a jab at anybody that I know personally who's a member of the Black Greek-led organization. I know some people who I got a few personal friends, more than a few personal friends, my friends, who happen to play when they was in college. But it doesn't stop. But that me having them as my friends will not stop the flow of the truth. And I even met a brother years ago on the campus of Fisk University at a hip hop summit. Y'all be surprised at the spaces I've been in over the years, and the people I've met and had real conversations with. You know, some of those books I've named, I actually met the authors and had conversations with them. So, this brother, I can't pronounce his name, but he was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and he renounced and denounced the frat. Not because of religious reasons, because, see, when you learn about African-centeredness, who we are, African-centered consciousness, you rise above all of this petty stuff. And the brother, I know, I can't pronounce his name, but if you go to his website called D-A, Ghetto, Ghetto, The Ghetto Times, TYMZ.com. His name appears on there. And if you want to, go click on archives, RKYBZ archives, or click on Boule Files. And he breaks down. You can order some stuff. You can read a little PC has in it. You can order books, information that breaks down a whole lot of stuff, and especially the series on conspiracies. Oh man, I can't pronounce the name. It's a long. He changed his name. He renounced Alpha Phi Alpha, and so that's coming. So Black Greeks, y'all can go ahead and form a fence around your little stuff. But this your secret is not a secret, and my goal here has always been, I want all of us to take off all these different organizational shirts, as black men especially. Take off your Q shirts, your Alpha shirts, Kappa shirts, take off your Mason shirts, take off your Church of God in Christ shirts, take off your Southern Baptist shirts, take off all these other shirts, and we all just wear one black shirt. Because we connected as black people, regardless of what you initiated into when you was young. Damn all that. All these different labels that separate us as black people. Take off your political affiliation shirts. Take them all off, black men and black women, and we all put on a black t-shirt with nothing on it. Because the black t-shirt, the blackness of the t-shirt is what connects us to our melanin. That's what we need to be doing. Yeah, I continue to comment on stuff, but y'all know my ultimate goal, black unity. Yeah. So I don't have that much respect for all this extra stuff that's standing in the way of our unity. Economics, affiliations, beliefs. If we don't understand what Elijah Muhammad said 75 years ago, probably longer than that, we've tried everything under the sun to be accepted in this house of white supremacy, what have you. We've tried kneeling, we've tried praying in, we've tried sleep in. The one thing we have not tried was our unity. And that's what it's going to boil down to. We can keep on going these other directions. We keep on doing that. But, and those young women aren't the only ones. There's going to be other people going to renounce. So y'all can be stubborn and try to attack people. We outnumber you. And we got some words for you. So only thing you say, you mad because you tried to pledge to accept you. That shit is dead. That shit don't work with nobody. That's all y'all got to say. And please, all what we do is significant things. Do we do what? For you, or do you do it for the race? Don't talk about your little mentoring program. There hasn't even made a dent in the issue with black folk. The little mentoring programs y'all have, that ain't shit. I mean, it's a little something, but y'all are in the thousands and y'all generate millions of dollars. Just a little mentoring program. Anyway, again, I'm not going to go there. It's too easy for me, but I'll let those other people continue to renounce and denounce. And people who are my friends know the knowledge that I have about this, and I don't attack them, but they're just my friends. I don't give a damn about the affiliation, but they know that I'm not going to not talk about it because they're my friends. Y'all get it? Get it? But if a young person were to ask me, hey, you think I should pledge a fraternity when I'm in college? First, I'll say, hell no. But when I was in school, man, we're not going to act like the frats didn't have so much fun. But I would tell them, if you pledge, don't go in there come out that line. We're about the brotherhood and the black. It's not about that. I would tell them, don't bring your ass out here acting like you better than nobody else. Number two, y'all are not about blackness. It's about just your organization. I'll debate anybody. Come on out. It's not about black people or the black race. It's about Greekdom. But I would tell them, you enjoy it. Because one thing about being in that Greek system on these black college campuses or campus, period, once you put that black Greek shirt on, your pussy count goes, whew, and it's the good stuff too, the high quality. So I'm just saying, sure, pledge. Now, one thing about it though, now you got some guys, a lot of dudes pledge because they didn't have any personality, they didn't have any swagger, and they put the shirt on. Some of them are so terrible that the shirt didn't even give them no swagger. They just some lame ass dudes. But then you had those who want shit, insecure little bastards. Then they pledged and turned into straight dickwads. Just a-holes. Awful. Talking crazy. You know, walking around like, yeah, man, you still get your ass whooped. And that's not me talking. That was other people saying. Cause I ain't about that physical stuff. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I talk shit. I don't get into it. I don't get into shit. Um, so yeah, it was fun. They throw the best parties too. So if they just keep it like that, it's cool. You know, but we know they don't. There's some arrogance and egotism going on and narcissism to the hilt, capital N. But in college, yeah, the best party to go to were, shit, fraternity parties. Folks thought I was gonna miss one. Shit, I kept my ass in the Q party and the Kappa party. That's where all the women were. Oh yeah, and off-campus barbecues. God, dog, that was so much fun when I was a student at Grambling. So yeah, they have their purpose. They serve their purpose on campus. You know, but you know one thing about it, you know, they have this false sense of being like they're the ultimate leaders, and they're not. They don't do shit on campus except for being called leaders because of the long tradition of them being in fraternity. The true leaders on our campus were not no goddamn fraternity guys. They were people like me. People who were outside of the SGA. The SGA weren't the leaders. It was those of us who actually stood up and spoke truth to power, not went along to get along. But they have that it's that automatic. It's like when you're a tall man, people automatically throw attributes at you, automatically smart, automatically tough, automatically all that because you are 6'4". And that's the black fraternities on the campus. They're automatically given attributes when the actual leaders are not a part of the system. The actual leaders are the ones who actually speak up and risk it all for the students. But they refer to them as black consciousness. They call them militant, you know, all that shit. So your black leaders are not, your true leaders on campus are not black Greek affiliated. They're not the true leaders. They're the administration accepted leaders. The true leaders are the ones who keeps the administration on their toes and have them pissed because they're throwing the truth. They're actually doing real complaints. They're actually standing up. I know this because I was one of them. I know this because it was at least 800 of us. But from 90 all the way to like 93. Administration was glad to see us leave. Before, no hell, even when they tried to kick us out. So don't get it twisted. Black Greeks are not leaders on campus. They're the party animals. They're the social clubs. But I know the way things are going now, whenever they show, every time they advertise black colleges, all they show is black Greeks. They don't ever show the conscious students. They ever show other students. They just show black Greeks. That's not the total HBCU experience either. But anyway, that ain't nothing to do with, again, can't wait for the next, no. Well, hell, I don't go to no damn fraternity parties now. I've been out of college 30 years. and I don't go to their stuff. I don't go to when they have like Greek, mega picnics and AKA stuff. I don't go to their stuff because I know that's a different society of blacks, and I don't go there because they want to be there for their own. And I respect people's spaces. If it says boule party at this thing, I don't go because I know that's for them. I've never gone to the Q Greek picnic. It's not for me. It's for people who I guess fans of theirs or fans of that stuff, or who are black Q, who are Qs and who are deltas, and I don't know, part of the band now. But I'll come to anywhere else, and anybody else is happy to be there, that's cool. So that's how I roll. I don't go into spaces where I don't belong or I'm not invited. I don't do that. So it's nothing against them. I'm just saying I just don't because, it says the Q Greek picnic. The assumption is that's for them. And the Kappa, something that they throw for Kappas. I don't go to that stuff. Because I know who they are advertising for. That makes sense? But anyway, y'all, it's getting close to me to go and work out. Damn, I didn't mean to talk to y'all this long, but I felt like it was something I just need to say. I think I covered all the topics, so y'all won't hear me on here for a while. If you want to hear me again, come to my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. Log on, subscribe, I'm telling you. It's pretty cool. I talk about a lot of stuff in the way in which I talk about it. And again, if you like a copy of my Black Suburban Stop, uh, what is it, Sleeping Republican and Talking Democrat, uh, just hit your boy on that Cash App, $ Rico the Opinionist, or Rico Rivers, $ Rico Rivers. Same thing with PayPal. Hit me up on that. Send like $7 if you want a copy of that newsletter. If you say, hey, send me a couple more with that, I'll send you a couple of more with it. Ones that I've written that you probably never read. So you send $7, I'll send you that plus a few more. And I have, if you like a copy of my reasoning behind why I don't qualify to be a Democrat. All right, y'all be cool. Let me know what you think about the video in the chat. I appreciate your viewership, and I appreciate your contribution as relates to the conversation in the chat. Y'all be cool. I'm finna go and work out because, you know, you're over 50. You got to do what you got to do. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.